A quick security briefing before we head off for our tour of India's largest gas field.
Please board one by one. All of you should be wearing the life jacket with these lights out.
A 20-minute ride over the Bay of Bengal brings us to our first stop. This is just one of the 85 such offshore structures spread over an area of 350 square kilometers that has helped in pumping gas from the deep water field. We're at the control and riser platform that actually controls the entire operations of Reliance's KGD6 field from where gas is coming out.
What this does is all the subsea equipment and the piping and the control systems, they're all brought here.
Okay.
And then from here, then all the gas flow as well as the control signals go from here to the onshore terminal. So this is really the link between the gas field and the onshore control center.
How far is the gas field from where we are right now?
I would say it extends somewhere from about 25 to 50 kilometers from here by distance.
Mr. Prasad, how often do you come here?
I wish I could come here more often, but in the last couple of weeks or maybe couple of months, I haven't really had a chance to come here. These days, you find me more in Delhi than in the business.
For obvious reasons, I say.
Absolutely.
A visit to any offshore place has to start with a security briefing and a warm welcome. This gas field operated by Reliance may be the nerve center of the dispute between India's billionaire brothers, but we're told it also has many successes to its credit. Reliance Industries claims it has set a world record by pumping out gas from such deep water depths of 1,200 meters in less than 7 years. This despite the harsh weather conditions of India's east coast. Seems to be a very, very windy day. Is it usually that windy out here?
Oh, it's much worse.
Oh,
Today
okay.
is one of the good days, I must say. So we thought we have ordered some good weather for you. But if this is bad enough, then you can understand how bad it's going to be. Bay of Bengal is not known to be a friendly environment.
Right.
So, we have to put up with it.
The equipment visible above the sea is only a fraction of what is below the sea surface. Around 2,400 kilometers of cables have been installed on the seabed, enough to cover the breadth of the country. So that was a quick tour of this platform. Where are we headed next?
We are going to our onshore terminal from here.
We're now here at the Gadimoga village where Reliance has installed its what it calls an onshore terminal. I came with Mr. Prasad last year here in January and this place looked very, very different.
Absolutely. I mean, that's project execution.
So it's gas actually from here. This is the landing point of the gas and the gas from here is then transported to your power customers, your fertilizer
It is
customers.
put into the pipeline, the east-west pipeline.
And then further is transported even to homes through piped natural gas.
Absolutely. See, right now, I'm sure there are some people in Delhi who are receiving in their homes KG Basin gas. And we hope to do that very soon to people in Ahmedabad and Surat and Bombay.
We now enter the heliport, a mini airport of sorts that handles close to 20 takeoffs and landings every day. A traditional puja like this is always performed when Mr. Prasad, Mr. Ambani or any other important dignitary visits this site here. Divine intervention is something that Reliance clearly needs to ensure that this dispute ends quickly. We're told 2 major yagnas have already been performed here. One when the project started and the second one when gas started flowing out.
We invoke God's blessing, divine blessing, before we do anything. Whether it is building a project or commissioning a project or, every, big milestone, we always invoke God's blessings.
We're now being taken to what's called the control room. A 22-meter giant screen and rows of computers here help keep a watch on what's happening in each of the 18 wells in the deep sea. In fact, they can be operated sitting right here. We now walk around the gas processing facility, one of the largest in the world. The amount of steel used here is nearly 10 times of what has gone into building the Eiffel Tower. After a quick meal, we are now headed back to the deep sea. Our next destination, a floating production facility that pumps out oil from the field. More than 17,000 expats have already worked on this project. They say life on India's east coast is quite challenging.
They work a rotation. They work 28 days on and 28 days off. So
for 28 days they're stationed here day and night?
Typically. There are some that work 14 and 14, but typically the guys are working 28 and 28 on the vessel. And life is quite good here. The food is good. There's a lot of camaraderie amongst the crew. You know, anytime you're out on the ocean like this, you're challenged with being a bit independent. And so that's a big challenge and, you know, rewarding when you're successful. There is free time, and, you know, it's individual, depends on, there's games amongst the crew, and there's, you know, television, of course. Some people work out, some people read. I mean, it's just...
You work out? So is there a gym facility here?
Not on this facility, but a lot of facilities do have a gym facility, yeah.
How would you compare the Krishna-Godavari Basin, India's Krishna-Godavari Basin, to the Gulf of Mexico? You say you work there. How do you compare the two?
This project, I think, shines above the projects that I've been a part of in the Gulf of Mexico, because I think you could hold this project up against any project globally, and it would still shine as one of the best projects in the world.
But at least for now, the bitter corporate war seems to be taking all the shine away. With that, it's a wrap here on this special show with camera person Nazir Sheikh. This is Shweta Rajpal Kohli signing off from the D6 block in the Krishna-Godavari Basin for NDTV.